I've been sitting here for days looking for news. That's all I've been doing, looking for some sort of news that I could actually blog about, because now I actually feel more like a promoter. Kind of like, you know, Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus. Because that's actually what the media is now. It's just a giant circus with a bunch of freaking clowns running around. And occasionally you will get your Tom Thumb, but other than that, that's all they are, is a bunch of media clowns running around, and I feel like it's our job to promote the circus. Well, I actually don't feel like it's my job to promote the circus, to be honest with you. That's why I haven't been blogging. I was going to do a few days ago about big bad bogus Bobby Beckle saying the F word on Hannity and not believing that he was on air, but this is a guy who believes that Obama is constitutionally eligible to be president of the United States. So, you know, with that being said, I don't find it too hard to believe that he doesn't believe that he was on air. Because we really do know, with Bobby Beckle's side, yes, as big as bogus Bobby Beckle is, we have to admit this one thing. He's not floating on air now. And then up come the news about the Secret Service agents and the prostitute in Colombia, I believe it was. I don't even read about it, to be honest with you, because I could really care less. I actually was sitting around waiting to see when they would finally unveil a picture of said prostitute, or should I say, because she doesn't like being called a prostitute, an escort. Oh, all right. The world's oldest profession has now changed its name to escorts. All right. Well, they do. They escort you into the bedroom, so I guess you're being escorted, so, you know, there is some logic there, yeah. Maybe not Spock logic, but there is logic. And then we had the big stories about Obama eating dog. And the jokes being made about dogs saying, I would rather ride on the top of a car than in Obama's stomach. Yes, and everybody's asking the question, where is Bo? This is the kind of crap we have in this media circus. Oh, and I saw a poll on the fact that 30% of more Americans like Michelle Obama over Ann Romney. Like I really give a rat's ass about either one of them. So I'm like, I'm not going to blog about this. No, I'm not going to promote this media circus when it comes to those top stories. And I have to admit, I'm listening to the Rush Levin show. All right, the Mark Levin show this evening. And he says, I would need 3 hours. I need more than 3 hours to go through all of the news that is out there today. And then he starts talking about Nancy Pelosi's pearls. Okay. Well, I guess we could spend about 15, 20 minutes to a half hour, and then, you know, in between commercial breaks, you know, come up with new angles to talk about Nancy Pelosi's pearls, but, you know, I'm all set. Like I said, I have rotted my brain cells over the course of my lifetime, but I do not feel like rotting my brain cells on Nancy Pelosi's pearls. With that being said, I'm doing this blog for a friend of mine who wrote me and said, Tim, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just fine. I just do not feel like promoting this media circus. I really do wish there'd be some sort of semblance of real news being reported, but there's not. It's the media show. It's the circus, and it's a bunch of clowns, and they're making millions and millions of dollars to do what I'm doing for absolutely free. The only difference is I'm not willing to compromise my principles. So when I report, oh yeah, I will report to you the stories that your mainstream and your conservative media just won't report to you. The problem is, I wish I had one to report. Because if there's anything here at the right side of Kennebunk would really prefer to do, and that would be to promote freedom. And seeing as we don't have an opportunity as of late to report freedom, I guess we're going to have to report that Obama likes to eat dog, which is not really surprising, seeing as he is from a third world country and wants to fundamentally transform this great nation into a third world country. Oh, I could have reported about big, bad, bogus Bobby Beckle. Why? Because I like to say big, bad, bogus. I like to say it. Yeah, I really do. Big, bad, bogus Bobby Beckle. I really do. Love to communicate. I do love to artistically, linguistically, articulate linguistically a verbal response to big, bad, bogus Bobby Beckle. Yeah, now that I finally spit that one out. And I'm saying it on air. Yes, and I'm skinny enough, yes, that I could even be hovering on air. And speaking of hovering, it's time to get out of here. It's time to take this fundamentally transforming America's news media into a Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey circus. Yeah, it's gone. I'm out of here. I'm Tim Donovan, and I'm on the right. You want to know where I am? You just look to the right. You're gonna see me. Where? Oh, you know where. On the right side of Kennebunk.